YouTubers, it's good to be here. Today I'm going to be training at home and I'm going to be training glutes, peach, they call it the peach, I don't know, glutes, legs. I like to say legs because I like to train the whole thing, but yeah, I'm going to be focusing on the glutes today especially. I'm going to be taking you through the movements that I like to do and give you some information and some ideas while I'm at it. So let's get to it. So with today's glute session, I'm going to be focusing on hypertrophy. So for me, this means putting the muscle under complete tension. I do this by making sure that I have a good muscle-mind connection, and I like to make sure that when I am training that I do a little pre-warm-up before I get started into the heavy stuff. So for me, this means pumping some blood into the muscle, doing some light exercises that's going to really get me ready and prepared for the workout to come. Thrust. I really like to use a band. This helps me be aware of my glutes as well as increases my activation. And then after I do a set, I'll kind of whip the bar off and then do clams. This is also going to furthermore pump blood into the muscle and help with contraction as well. It's not so much a muscle builder, but it is going to pump your glutes right up. And the more blood and oxygen in your glutes, the better. One of the things that I wish I had have learned when I first started out lifting was to go into the gym with intent. I used to just kind of go into gym, look at my program, it was like, okay, 3 sets of whatever, and I'll just pick it up and like throw it around and not really connect with the muscle or be mentally present in what I was doing. It was more so like check off the list that I've done 3, you know? So make sure that you do go into the gym with the intent of grabbing the weights, having a plan of how you're gonna work up with your weights, and when you're contracting, just really focusing on the squeeze and the release and every part of the muscle possibly, like everything. And that's going to give you it's going to give you smarts like me. It's going to give you the best results possible when it comes to your training. And you know, that's the difference between powerlifting and bodybuilding. With powerlifting, you want to get the weight, the heaviest weight possible from A to B and do it fast and quick. You're not really thinking about, I'm connecting my muscle, like, you know, so, and with bodybuilding, it's not about the heavy weight all the time. It's more so about connecting with the weight and completing your sets and pumping, putting blood into the muscle. It's a completely different concept. So just be aware of how you're training, why you're training, what your training plan is, and remember, when it comes to your training, always go in with intent. Be moving on to the Bulgarian split lunge. I'm going to be setting this up on the rack here and I'm going to make sure, this is the hard part. This is always the hard part when getting into this, and I'm going to show you how I do it. It's really awkward no matter what you do. So don't feel intimidated by the setup. But basically I'm going to get under it like a squat. I'm going to kind of play around before I just jump straight into it. So I'm going to make sure I've got a good stance. So feel my way around till I'm comfortable. Once I've found my spot, I'm going to come down slowly and then come up and make sure that I'm pushing through my front foot and squeezing my glute at the top as much as possible. I'm going to be moving on to some kickbacks now. Because I am at home, I don't have a cable machine, but I'm going to improvise because that's what training's all about. Sometimes you don't get things your way. So I'm going to improvise with the lat pull down machine because it has a little row thing down the bottom, a pulley. So I'm going to attach these little beauties, which I've picked up on the internet somewhere, and I'm going to strap them on and do it that way. But if you are in a gym and there is a cable machine, you can, if you don't have these little attachments, you can use D handles and you can like hook your foot in there, which I've done in the past, and keep it pointed and thrust back. But what you can do is keep your foot pointed and thrust back. Make sure no one's behind you when you're doing that movement at the gym. Boom, boom. single leg press. You can do this two ways. You can lie on your side and leg press that way, which I've done in the past, or you can go sitting on your back and leg press in front of you with one leg. Whatever feels stable for you. Both of them do work different parts of the glutes, but at the end of the day, it still works the glutes. So you do what's best for you. I find that when I put my foot higher, and you'll probably find this as well, you get more glute activation. So keep that in mind when you are doing this exercise. Put your foot position from toes to where you are in a place that's gonna serve you better when it comes to activating your glutes. So now moving on to the last movement of the day, and that is lying clams. So I'm gonna be lying on my side for this one and putting a resistance band around the top of my quads here, so around the top of the knees, not there. So the downfall with doing clams and using a band is that you can't really add weight. What you can do is add volume, add reps. So by doing that, you're still gonna pump lots of blood into the muscle and really get it. That's my session done. I hope you liked today's workout. I'm gonna put it in the description and I'm gonna put it on the screen so you guys can screenshot it and try it for yourself. If you have anything else that you want to see, please drop the comments below because I read them, I get back to you guys, and I really enjoy the engagement that I get to have with you all. So thank you for supporting this channel, and subscribe if you haven't already subscribed, and I'll catch you next week.